Hello scholars, welcome back to the channel, Kemet Maasai Academy. We are continuing our series of motivational videos for students. As usual, I am reading from the Student's Master Plan, Hardcore Rules for a Lifetime of Success. The topic I'm looking at now is be serious-minded. You don't have to go around with the kind of demeanor that will prompt people to call you screwface, but you should at all times have a serious mind. So often, we have heard people say to others, sometimes to us, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Or, lighten up man, have some fun. Or, don't be a drag, flex a little. True, recreation and even the occasional frolic have their role in a student's life. But recreation and solemnity are not exclusively opposite. Being serious-minded is not limited to or even needs to include having a stern, unsmiling face. It means something much deeper than that. Whatever you set out to do, you should approach it in earnest. There is a time for work and a time for play, and you should put your all into whichever one you are engaged in at the appropriate time. Your bearing should be of such as to inspire confidence in people, the people that you work with. As a student, that means your teachers, peers, and school staff. People will come to value the seriousness that you bring to the table, and out of respect, they will feel inclined to conduct themselves accordingly. What are some of the things that show seriousness of mind? Being punctual, or perhaps a bit early, especially for important appointments such as interviews and special meetings. Being quiet and composed when your teacher is speaking. Being alert and participative during discussions. Using your spare time wisely. Conducting yourself with restraint when others are studying, even during your own recreation. When people see that you are serious-minded, they tend to adjust their own bearing to match yours. Now, as the passage says, being serious-minded doesn't mean that you go around pouting your face up and looking like you're mad with the world, you're angry with the world, and people are afraid to approach you, they're afraid to say anything to you. That has nothing to do with serious-minded, right? That just means you have a chip on your shoulder. When you are serious-minded, you can have a pleasant face, pleasant disposition, very approachable. But what it means is you're on a mission. And when people see you stepping, when they see you doing anything, they can know very easily that this is someone on a mission. The way you step, you have that sprite in your step, you're going somewhere. You're not just off to a stroll. I've seen persons going to school, and they're just taking their own sweet time. It's as if they're on a stroll somewhere on a Sunday afternoon, just strolling, nowhere in particular to go. It's as if a wind came and carried them this way, they would go, and if it carried them that way, they would go. You're going to school, or you're going to meet an appointment, you're going somewhere. Person should know this is someone who is going somewhere important, right? I remember I had this student a couple years ago, and whenever she came into the class, she just always came with that attitude. She would come in on time, or even if she was a bit late, because sometimes she had other classes that she would go to, and then she'd have to, to make it to my extra class. Even if she was a bit late, or especially if she was a bit late, she would just come in and she would sit and she would just get straight to the job, straight to work. And I remember a parent said to me, I'm always noticing this young lady, whenever she comes, she just has this air of seriousness about her. And she was a pleasant young lady, right? She wasn't pouting and looking miserable, but you just could always tell that she had that attitude. It's time for work, let me get down to work, right? You could always tell that about her, and that's what I'm talking about. I also remember there was this, this competition I would go with my students to, and there was this gentleman. He would come every year, and he would produce winners very often. Whenever he arrived, you just got that sense of, this is someone who has come and you need to pay attention to this person because this is serious competition. So he would enter with that air. Himself and the students who he was taking to compete, they would enter the way they were dressed, the way they carried themselves, the way they had their notes, their folders, whatever. You just got that sense of, this is someone that you must take seriously. If you're gonna come against this person, you're gonna come good, because they are coming good, they are coming heavy and strong. That's the sense that you must give. That's your whole aura, your whole composure, the way you carry yourself, your gait, your walk, how you stand, how you dress, how you speak. All these things combined should let persons know that you are a force to be reckoned with. They're going to have to come good if they're going to deal with you. That's the idea they must have. So yes, you're going to make time for play. Playing is a natural and crucial part of your development, right? So I'm not bashing playing, I'm not bashing recreation, enjoying yourself, just lounge about sometimes. That's a part of it. Run up and down, make noise. That's a part of your growth as a child, adolescent. Building strong muscles and bones and bonding with your peers. All of that is important. But you must always know when it's time for work, it's time for work. You get into the classroom, don't be the comedian, don't be the one who has to be telling all these jokes, telling all these anecdotes, what happened to you over the weekend. No, it's not the time for that. The classroom is a place for serious work. Okay? Don't waste your teacher's time. Don't waste the other children's time. Respect that space and that time. The classroom is a sacred place. As far as I'm concerned, the classroom is a sacred place. And we must respect that place. When we go there, it should be like you're entering a dojo. If you practice martial arts, you're entering a dojo at the feet of the Grandmaster, or you're entering a shrine, a sacred place at the feet of your guru. That's how you should view your classroom. So you don't bring nonsense into the classroom. You don't bring comedy into the classroom. Right? That's my take on it. And when people wear your uniform with dignity and with pride, you're on the road, make sure your uniform is well put together. It looks the way it's supposed to look. You don't have if it's that is if you wear uniforms, right? So I'm speaking to those who wear uniforms. You should be well put together, your blouse not out of your skirt, or your shirt not out of your pants. You're not, you must be well put together for as long as you are in that uniform. And don't be loitering about the place. Don't go to places that you are told not to go in your uniform. You are representing the school. And what you do on the street in your uniform affects the reputation of the entire school. They don't know your name. They probably don't even know your face, recognize you, but they recognize the uniform of the school, and they're going to say such and such a school because that girl did it or that boy did it. He was wearing the uniform. He was representing that school. The school will be branded as such. So remember, you are ambassadors of the school. Once you are in that uniform, you're out there representing the school, and the reputation of the school is in your hands. Alright? So always have that air of seriousness. So when people see you, they know you are a force. You're coming with a serious force. If you have been motivated by this video, please share the video so other students may benefit, other parents, other teachers. Please subscribe to the Kemet Maasai Academy. Remember, we don't just have the motivational videos, we have mathematics videos from grade 4 to grade 11. This is something you should take advantage of, and this is something you should share with your friends, your classmates, your siblings, your neighbors, because a lot of persons struggle with mathematics, and these videos are done in such a way to simplify the topics, just in everyday lingua, just to tell you what is what. Okay, so share them so other students may benefit, and I will see you in the next video.